What a historic season for Bennett Academy senior Kathleen Doyle. First, she wins her second straight state championship. Then she's named Miss Illinois basketball. Now she has the chance to throw out the first pitch at a Cubs game. Donating blood doesn't have an age limit, and that's quite evident here at the Tommy Thompson Center as World War II veteran and 91-year-old George Gruber has given blood today. Naperville Central's Nick Kramer is only playing in his 10th game of the year. That's because he sprained his ankle earlier in the season. Officials estimate about $95,000 in damage was caused by this fire. Now the American Red Cross is assisting those two families. Joe? Historically, this has been the best season in Bennett Academy boys basketball, winning 31 games in a season. Now, as sports continue to evolve, so do the athletes. It's not about coming out here and seeing how much you can bench press. If you're heading out of town for the 4th of July this weekend, make sure to fill up your gas tank sooner rather than later. Gas prices are on the rise as AAA is expecting record numbers on the roads. When schools in California are giving you a call to participate in a meet, you're clearly doing something right. Now, I just want to set the scene for you guys out here along South Kinnick Avenue. You can see bus drivers holding up picket signs that read, "We are one ATU" and "Stop Gutting Transit" and "Safe Workplace." They've been out here for about 6 hours now. Milwaukee County bus drivers say they have a few concerns, including their pensions, the possibility of adding part-time drivers, and they're worried about their personal safety along the routes. And they're going to be out here for about 3 days now until they feel like they get a fair deal. Crews just finished boarding up this home here on North 62nd Street after an overnight fire displaced 2 families. Now, the fire department tells me the call came in just before 12:30 this morning. They found no working smoke detectors in the home. A neighbor also tells me that one of the families is relatively new to the area.
Again, the family that had been downstairs had been there for maybe just a couple of weeks, and I'm a 20-year resident here at this point. And again, there were no fatalities, which is good news, obviously.
Officials estimate about $95,000 in damage was caused by this fire. Now the American Red Cross is assisting those 2 families right now.
It's free, and here's something you can do and literally save someone's life.
The Blood Center of Wisconsin is hosting its 14th annual Declaration for Donations blood drive today. World War II and Korean veterans are being honored for not only their service, but their dedication to helping others through blood donation.
I intend to keep it up as long as they'll take me.
Navy veteran Jack Noonan was diagnosed with prostate cancer back in 2003. For 5 years, he couldn't give blood, so he found other ways to help.
I can donate my time. I'm retired. I got, all the time in the world, so give a few hours a week and whatnot, and think it's a worthwhile cause.
Donating blood doesn't have an age limit, and that's quite evident here at the Tommy Thompson Center as World War II veteran and 91-year-old George Gruber has given blood today.
If you don't have it in your blood bank, somebody's going to be in trouble. So I try to keep it full.
The Army veteran has given blood since 1954.
As long as I feel good and they accept my statistics, I'll give.
And George has never thought twice about giving blood.
Whenever they call me, I come.
Reporting in Milwaukee, Joe Olmo, CBS 58 News. This past fall, Mustangs running back Alonzo Taylor-Jones ran for more than 1,000 yards, eclipsing the milestone in the final game of the season. As a junior, Jones starred on the track, qualifying for state in the 4x100. But what most people don't know is his other talent.
My baby is driving me crazy.
I sing all the time in the locker room. Like before football games, I would put my pad. It's just how I get in my zone, and so I would just sing through I was singing in the locker room, and it was all my friends would be like, "Stop singing," and I'd be like, "Yeah, okay," and then I'd keep singing.
Jones is one of a handful of athletes to take part in Apollo, the a cappella group on campus at Mattia Valley.
Obviously, one's more physical than the other, but it still helps a lot being both competitive in both of them, because you still want to be the best singer and you want to be the best on the field and on the track.
And if I fall in love, so true.
Competition in the classroom or on the field. An athlete proving to be more than just someone who plays a sport.
Me singing and being on the football team and being on the track team, I don't think, it's a bad thing. I think it's actually a good thing. And when people make fun of me singing, I don't really care. I don't even listen because I like singing. So.
Students from the Greendale Middle School Band, along with the Greenfield Junior ROTC, came together with veterans from across the armed forces to honor our fallen heroes. And even the youngest of Scouts got involved.
It's a pretty small part, but it's the least we can do.
Greendale Scoutmaster Tim Seipel brought together a number of troops to be a part of the yearly tradition.
I try to talk to them what it's about and that, but it's an event.
And while most Scouts move on with their lives as they grow up, one man decided to continue serving his country.
I grew up with the Boy Scouts and everything, so it's nice to be a part of it and celebrate this day.
Army Specialist Alex Unger knew back then that he was going to continue down this path.
I mean, I had that little bit of service, I guess, for the country, and then I decided to join the military and carry that over.
Specialist Unger is on leave for 2 weeks, and with his time back home, he's appreciative of days like Memorial Day.
It's just good to see all the support that we have for the military and remembering all those who have served and have had those sacrifices, and I mean, even ourselves today, just all the support we have for the military here.
In Greendale, Joe Olmo, CBS 58 News.